In our last class, I gave you several new words for food, right? So a lot of new vocabulary. But this class I want to give you a context where we can use those words. So this is an example of how we go and ask for prices when we go to the market, right? When we go shopping. So let's see. Let's begin with these three new words. Supermercado means supermarket. Mercado is market, right? Very similar word. And feria, the word feria, is also a market, but it usually means a street market, okay? So when we go to the street market and we have all these stalls, right, for the vegetables, the fruits, and all the like, that is what we call feria, right? Then we can add many adjectives to the word feria. For example, if it is a market that is moving from one place to another, right? That is never always in the same place, we call it feria ambulante. Ambulante means that it's changing places, right? Feria callejera is a street market. Feria de autos is a car show, right? But you don't need actually to learn all those adjectives, right? Just the word feria is enough. And when you are going shopping, just the word feria usually implies the street market, okay? So remember, we have supermercado for supermarket, mercado for the market, and feria for market, but usually it is the street market, okay? Okay, let's begin with our first sentence. It is: Hoy es día de feria. Vamos de compras. Hoy es día de feria. Vamos de compras. This means today is day of market day. Let's go shopping, okay? De compras means shopping, to go out shopping. So vamos means let's go. It's imperative for the verb to go, so let's go. Also, the verb vamos, it's not only the imperative, but it is also the present tense for the pronoun we, for go. So this sentence can mean also we go shopping, okay? We go shopping, or we are going shopping, right? But here I used it with the intention of speaking in the imperative. So let's go shopping. ¿Cuánto cuesta el litro de leche? ¿Cuánto cuesta el litro de leche? This means how much costs the liter of milk? How much does a liter of milk cost, right? And here I want to show you three ways of asking for a price, right? And none of these is more common than the other, right? The three of them are very frequently used by everybody. For example, I can go to the market and I can ask for a price this way, and then I will go somewhere else and I will ask for a price this way, and then perhaps I don't know, this way, okay? So let's learn these. ¿Cuánto cuesta means how much costs, right? How much does something cost? ¿Cuánto vale is how much is it worth, right? Because vale comes from the verb valer. That means to be worth so much, right? Something. And ¿cuánto están is how much is it, right? So these ways are ways of asking for a price, asking for how much does something cost, right? And none of these is awkward, but the three of them are very frequently used, right? So just remember, because you can hear one of these at any moment, okay? So, ¿cuánto cuesta el litro de leche? How much does a liter of milk cost? ¿Cuánto vale el kilo de carne? ¿Cuánto vale el kilo de carne? This means, okay, how much worth the kilo of meat, right? And we said that carne is meat in general, right? But usually when we are talking about, when we are shopping and we talk about carne, we usually imply beef, right? Because if we want to talk about any other kind of meat, we would say cordero for lamb or mutton, we would say pescado for fish, cerdo for pork, pollo for chicken, right? So usually when we say meat, the word carne, we are implying it is beef, okay? ¿A cuánto están las manzanas? How much are the apples, right? So, ¿cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto vale? And ¿a cuánto están? Or ¿a cuánto está? Right? Depends. If you want to ask something plural, you use the N, right? Sorry, I did erase it. You add the N for plural and you delete the N if you want to ask something in singular. How much is this? How much are these, or how much is this? ¿A cuánto está? Or ¿a cuánto están? So these are three ways of asking how much does something cost, right? ¿Tiene pan fresco para vender? Do you have fresh bread for sale? Tiene is a verb to have for the second person of the singular, for you, tú, right? But in this case we are using the second person of the singular, but the formal, right? So the formal, remember that in Spanish, the formal way of addressing somebody is usted, right? And not necessarily it means somebody hierarchically superior, right? Because, for example, if we go shopping, we are addressing somebody that we do not know, somebody we are not acquainted with, and then we also use the formal way of addressing somebody, right? And remember that usted, that is the formal you, conjugates the same as he or as she, right? So, tiene would be the conjugation for he or she, right? The third person of the singular. Él tiene. But here we are using it for the usted, which is the you plural, right? The second person of the singular, formal. So, do you have fresh bread for sale? Right? We can omit the for sale, or we can include it. So remember that in Spanish we usually first say the noun pan, bread, and later comes the adjective fresco, in this case fresh, right? So do you have fresh bread for sale? Para means for. Vender means to sell or selling, right? So this would be for sale. ¿Tiene pan fresco para vender? Or simply, ¿tiene pan fresco? When we are shopping and we want to know if they have something, we simply ask, ¿tiene pan fresco? Or ¿tiene manzanas? Do you have apples? ¿Cuánto cuesta cada uno? ¿Cuánto cuesta cada uno? How much costs